Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition. I'm your host, Shade. It's episode 3. We're in Fort Joy and we have our team assembled. Time to start doing some level 2 things and making some experience. Now Red Prince has all our persuasion. You don't always need him to lead the conversation, but it helps.
You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just, I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one. In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't want to wait and find out. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Just one. Are you interested?
Tell him that you want it.
Attaboy. Who wouldn't? Finally someone with a little sense around here. The plan's simple, completely foolproof. I have a spell that I can use to teleport you right out of here. I can't use it on myself, but with your help, we can both get out of here. There's an artifact that you can use to teleport me out of this place. Then I can use my spell to free you in turn. This item, though, it's in quite an unfortunate location.
Ask him where you can find it.
It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a secluded beach nearby. Here, give me your map and I'll show you where to go.
Say you'll take care of it right away.
Get that artifact, and you and I are as good as free. Go give those overgrown lizards what for.
So I said I wanted Red Prince to lead the conversation, but it was Fane, and it's okay, because on that particular conversation, nobody needed to make a persuasion check. I know various people around here are vendors. This guy's one of them. Rezik.
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
Everybody who's a vendor in the game has this little box over here to the left called Trade, so I can look real fast and see what he is. And he's the Hydrosophist one, which is great. I actually want restoration, but we don't have enough money. So what I can do is I have a few things that are wares, but they're only going to be worth a measly 8 gold. So I'll do that just to get them out of my hands for now, but I need that spell.
What? Oh, new, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home.
I'm just going to leave him alone right now, and what I like to do is make a note on the map.
When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers left?
So that I know
Yet so
where
quickly,
the vendors
we find
are
sources
as I
so
need them.
dangerous.
Even though I've played the game a couple times, I'm going to kind of try and treat this like I haven't.
You should be happy for Greed.
What did you say?
Alright, so this guy we don't want to deal with yet. Naren, he's level 3. He's a bit out of our league. There's also 2 really easy level 2 things that we can do. I want the healing spell because there's a guy to the south of the camp down here who's injured. And if you heal him, he'll give you a card that you can use against these card sharks up here. So I don't want to go fight them yet until I have that card, because I've never actually used the card in the fight, and I want to this time. You can see the Magisters are level 4. You don't want to pick fights with them for a while. What I want to do is there are some turtles that are level 2. Back where you found Fane. In addition to that, I want to check out, yeah, we never did grab. Now that we have Fane, you want to pick up one of these ooze barrels, these poison barrels. You want to pick one up and carry it with you for the whole game, because it makes a really easy way to make potions for Fame. So you want to do that with your strongest character, because they're quite heavy. Get rid of all that poison. It takes a minute for it to burn, but... A mallet. Is that mallet better than anything I have right now? One-handed mace. Yeah, slightly. Alright. A little bit of experience. You can interact with this girl.
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child holding her knees and trembling. The child quiets and seems comforted by your presence. She looks up at you with curious eyes.
There are monsters here. Lizard ones and real ones. It's really scary. And I miss my ma and pa. Master was a lizard. She sent us here. Me, ma and pa. She was not a nice lady. Lizards aren't nice ladies. It's their fault I'll never see ma and pa again. How do you know? You're really nice. I like you. You can have this. I found it outside, but I can't read it yet. That's next year, and then I'll learn it.
The child smiles. She starts tracing small shapes, hearts and stars and diamonds into the dirt.
This lady over here isn't nice. I think you have to be an elf to interact with her, and unfortunately Fane doesn't have his mask. She said she gave us something. What did she give us? Oh, I think she gave us... Yep, she gave us an electric discharge scroll, so now we have 2.
Where is she? You go with us. Who are you? Are you from the shelter? She says nothing of another. Fire, alas! She is so late!
There's some not good options here. Ask her to slow down and explain what she means.
Never mind. It is not your concern. You leave. But
She leans forward. Her eyes are wet with fear as she takes your hand.
please, do not lead anyone here.
Okay, that's the most interaction I've had out of that character the 3 times I played the game. Attention. So there's some turtles down here.
To these turtles.
Pre-positioning stuff here. I can't get over there in time, so I'm just going to encourage my group, and then I think I'll just shields up. I don't want to restore. I can't restore. I don't think shields up adds any more armor to what I have. I think it just restores what I have, but I might be wrong. That was not good. Bane, my friend, he's got chicken claw and a bow and arrow, so high ground, 20% damage. I don't think that turtle can snap at us from there. We need to take the big fella down. There we go. I don't think I have any special arrows either right now. I don't. Oh, I got 1 fire arrow. I'm gonna save that for later. Alright, that helps. Ooh. Took down Efon's magic armor, but now it's got to waddle around. The Red Prince has some of the best early spells. These are so great.
Glory is mine.
Kaboom. Oh, now we're all on fire because I'm an idiot and didn't see. So he executed, killed one of them. That's great. Oh, this is where it gets fun. I love this. You put a totem on fire, it becomes a fire-breathing totem. I'm just gonna nail him. I'm also gonna do a fire incarnate, I think. Get us all taken care of before you die. Oh yeah, fire incarnate start with. This is awesome. He doesn't need to do anything except come in this direction now. The totem's gonna finish that guy off. Ifan! How many bedroll? Oh, I can only use that when enemies are not nearby.
Ready.
Knock down. Everybody's dying. So I'm an idiot. I'm gonna delay his turn. Delay his turn. I don't think encouragement will help at all. But I might be able to kill this thing. Alright, get over here, Ifan. I need to heal everyone before they die. So that only went a little bit rough because I was stupid. Which, by the way, happens quite a bit. Alright, he's got all kinds of fun stuff. Wizard armor. Turtle's claw wand. Send that to Los.
Swallowed too much seawater by the looks of him.
Foolish to attempt an escape by sea in these waters.
Here's a diary. First night here. Doesn't seem like it'll be too bad. Found somewhere quiet to sleep. Brought enough dry bread to last me. When all this blows over, I'll be happy to say I survived it in comfort. A group of dumb brutes shook me down for my bread. I have to get smart if I want to eat. Met an old fisherman named Rad. Taught me how to make a net. Rad's gone. Dumb brutes took my net. At least the meanest one got took in the night. Getting hungry. Always was a strong swimmer. Waters around here are pretty glassy. Can't be much more than a few miles ashore, can it? So, you can take that stuff, but some things like that, like those journals, they don't seem to provide anything other than flavor for the game. That one doesn't have any kind of quest attached to it that I know. Read the crafty weapons book. You get new recipes, and then I usually just add these to my wares. Oh, so here we go. First thing, Feign. He's got the bony fingers. That's why I give him all my thieving skills. Mage's pants. Look at some pants here. Red Prince is going to equip some wizard armor. That's great. Oh, he's got Mage's pants and he does it. Perfect. Alright. So tiny little level 2 things you can do. There's also anything over here? I think there's a... I think if you come over here, there's
What's this?
Yeah.
I found something.
Found something for Red Prince.
I'm not opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
Bingo. Ornate chest. Alright, so that goes to Feign because he's the only one shooting anything. Nothing too fancy at level 2. One of the things I did before I started this video was I very quickly ran my group back to the respec mirror on the beach, courtesy of the mod. And I switched Los. She automatically starts with 2 points in... 2 points in what does she start out with? 2 points in Lore Master. And I don't want that. I want Lucky Charms. So she's still going to need some Lore Master to identify things as the game goes by. All this stuff in here is just nothing important. And you have to steal it all from her anyway. So I just always leave it alone. Later on when we have the teleport gloves, there's a dead elf down here. And there's a cave over there. We're not there yet. And I need to level up my characters, since they made level 2. This is one of those games where you classically want to talk to everybody, though. Alright, let's get on with the rest of this place. This is the blacksmith. I'm going to use persuasion guy on her. I don't think you can persuade her to do anything early in the game.
As you approach the blacksmith, you feel a bony hand on your arm.
Oh.
Fane leans in and whispers in your ear.
If it would be acceptable, I have an inquiry for this human. It is of a personal nature. And if it would not be acceptable, well, that would render this entire conversation rather awkward.
You do have a choice in the game to tell your companions yes or no, and sometimes telling them yes can result in dead NPCs, but for the most part, it's okay to just let them talk to them.
Fane approaches the blacksmith and quietly speaks to her. You can't overhear much, but he seems to be gesturing towards her head an awful lot. Fane's words are quiet, but you hear the blacksmith repeat, "Face Ripper," in shock. She slowly starts to back away.
What is it with creeps like you and Master Niles? I told him to slither back to his dungeon, and you can get too, freak!
Master Niles, that's an important name.
Fane backs away, scratching his head. It seems that didn't go as he'd expected. He is lost in thought, though. She must have said something he found interesting. Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
Ask her what she's making.
I ain't. Just seeing how it's made. She's clever, Dallas. Made these herself, for those bodyguards of hers. Boy, they're sharp.
She looks up.
You looking to buy something?
Ask what she has for sale.
All manner of things. Have a look.
So she has conjuration spells, and then a few odds and ends. Nothing important for right now, but before you leave Fort Joy, it's sometimes a good idea to grab all her resurrection spells when you have the money for those kinds of things. So again, I like to make a map
Who in their
note,
right mind would think of a thing like this?
because she's the summoner. And as you get higher and higher lucky charm scores, you really want to make sure you check every darn container in the game, because that's how you get some nice stuff. And since my companions and I have Pet Pal, this is always a fun one. Buddy. They always move around.
The dog
hard to
focuses at the
click
cat
on.
at your feet, baring its teeth and growling.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like the cat. Right. You have to come talk to him after the cat's gone. An empty flask. Alright, let's go over here. Got some other things. Some easy stuff to do around the beaches here before things get too interesting. This is another companion situation. Where is the guy? There's a lizard that hangs around out here. He's usually sleeping on this cot. He's not here right now, though. I'm gonna grab this minor healing potion since he's not here. And I like everybody to have a bedroll, because there are just a few instances in the game when you just need whatever character you have right now at the end of a fight and click it as fast as possible so people don't die. When you're standing in necrofire and things like that, it can turn ugly quick. You work your butt off to win a battle. Oh, and there's the lucky charm fired off. That's nice. You work your butt off to win a battle, and then at the very end of it, when everybody's standing and the fight's over, then you die because necrofire or poison or some such thing. I think that gave me enough gold.
Patience, Mal. Patience. Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale.
Ask him what he means. You've never met before.
We are unfamiliar, yet familiar. We are the same material, you agree? I am very curious. So tell me your tale.
Why not?
Start from the beginning. Start from where you come.
Say that you are an orphan, but you grew up among elves.
I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you find.
Tell him you have a job to do, and apart from that, you intend to find answers and deliver vengeance.
I understand. Now tell me how your story ends.
Tell him that it should by rights have ended long ago, so you take each day fresh as it comes.
A heavy burden to walk in a world that you no longer belong in. Take this rope. It is a gift. It is common, but it helps you lift burdens.
He is the earth spell vendor, which is great. We're going to want to fortify it later. I'm not going to spin it on him now, so thank him for the gift.
It is nothing. Many fragments swirl on my shore. See what I gather.
And then he'll show it to you. So that's great. So I'm going to make another map note. Or as we should call it in this game, Geo. And then where is up the beach? This is Margot. Margot, I think. Oh, this is... I gotta be careful here. I don't want to talk to that guy, Naren, yet. Let's see if I can get over here and talk to Margot without this Naren guy coming around.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace, but as you approach, she turns to you with a cheerful smile.
Haven't seen you around here before. New?
Tell her you just arrived.
Well, don't worry too much if you have a hard time settling in. Takes a while to get used to the place.
She has Restoration Skill Book. And I think we have enough money now to buy it, which is great. So that's what I want. I'm going to also sell these threadbare pants. The rest of my wares costs us that much.
You here alone?
Say you've fallen in with a few travel mates. Say you've been lucky enough to make some close ties.
She gives you a long look.
You keep them friends of yours close, eh? Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. Not much in this world someone you love can't make better.
Ask why she's here alone.
Used to be I had a family. A husband and a little boy. We were healers. Source was in our blood. Then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Maybe even released. Don't know why the Reds didn't take me too. Now I'm just waiting for them to call my name. Waiting and remembering.
Ask her to tell you more. What were her boys like?
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan. He was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my husband, he was called Felix. He was an expert healer. Could fix a broken bone in a short minute.
Take a seat in the sand and listen.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly beard, about the skunk Stefan once dragged home for a pet. Joy radiates from her as she remembers. She places a warm hand on your shoulder.
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you too. A family recipe. One of Felix's best. He'd be happy to know it went to such a warm soul. Take care of yourself. You hear? You're a sweet one.
And over there in the beach, she has a book, but that put us too close to this level 3 guy who wants to kill us. So we're gonna walk back here, and this is great.
I found
no.
you, didn't I?
Oh,
Red,
no.
they said. Red, then dead.
Okay, darn. So, this is gonna be another attempt on your life, because they're getting frightfully bored, frankly.
Not an attempt, mate. Not if I can bloody help it. Time's up, Your Highness.
Nice.
It's stabbing time.
It sucks. Damn it. Okay, so who's not in the fight? Oh, so my one character made it halfway across the damn world with his cat, and everybody else stinking just got like dragged over here and didn't move, and so it gave Naren time to catch up. Gosh darn it, I hate it when stuff like that happens. Oh, that's aggravating. It's just really frustrating. Yeah, I can't see. Alright, well, I can see enough to I'm gonna do something I don't normally do here, which is try to just get away. Dang it. Fane. Oh, brother. What can you do? Target is out of sight. You back up here too then, buddy. Best thing she can do is start. Oh, she can't do that? Oh, like blinded. I don't want to waste this stuff like firestorm grenades and things like that. I need them for later fights. So water's gonna have to get it done.
Glory is mine.
I'm gonna do the same thing with her. Pull back. We need to get everybody back here. Make him work for it. One of those, not yet. Invisible. Son of a buck. Oh, there he is. He's visible now, though. Slide him up. He's in the water. I don't think it does anything. Yeah, not much. We just need to take down his armor. Things will start sticking on him. It's got chicken claw. The good thing is he's got. Oh, he's not close enough to the bone area. Thankfully, I have the pawn. I can move closer. I'm gonna strip down both of his physical and magical armor before the whole show's over. Oh, I missed the last one. Oh, lordy. Can you see now? Yes, you can get... this is awesome. Supercharger. And then I can put that on the totem. Boom. Ifan. Ooh. Can make sure everybody's encouraged, and then I'm just gonna hold on to my turn. I think we might be able to do a lot of damage to this guy if he's just really far away. There we go. This is gonna be awesome because I'll be able to hit fireball. Who's able to move all that way and get to him? Red doesn't have much else he can do. Have to poison the shit out of it. How many points do you have? Oh, not enough. Delay your turn. I got an idea. Safe on this one. This normally goes much worse for me, but I don't like to retreat, so that's a big reason why. I'm not going to be able to knock him down with this because he's got armor, ready, but I'm not as worried about that. Oh my goodness. Good lord, man. Hit him. Alright. Oh, you can get over there and whack him.
Useless these assassins are. It's their frightful manners.
I didn't want to fight him without leveling my guys up, but I didn't have a choice. Tattered Page says, Naren, you have served me well in the past. Do so again. Use this scroll included with this letter and cast it in the public square in Arcs. You will be arrested for source use and shipped to Fort Joy. Once on the island, you will search for a red-skinned lizard. You will kill him. You will cut the body to pieces. You will ensure no magic in the world can restore him back to life. You have your orders. Your weight in gold awaits you. Good luck and good hunting. So yeah, fun, good times. Cool part is we got some gloves, and I don't have an identified glass yet, so...
Patience, Mal. Patience. Patience.
So... go back here and do a couple things. Oh, Red's got it.
Well, that was rather fun, wasn't it? I do find it ever so invigorating to cut a cutthroat's throat.
That's funny. Say he seems awfully relaxed for someone who was just the target of an assassin.
Oh, one gets used to this kind of thing so quickly. This is hardly the first time someone's filled some poor fool's purse and bid him kill the prince. I'll tell you what, though. Whomever wants me out of the picture will have to do a lot better if they seek to get the better of me. All those bumblers they've sent so far mark a mere insult to my swordsmanship.
Or your ability to cast fireballs. As would be the case. Let's see, is our lizard isn't over there. Curious why he's not there yet. Oh, I might need a trigger to make him appear or something. At any rate, I wanted to come over here. So what I really want to do is get my Hydrosophist for book.
It's better to fight the Reaper.
There we go. Los. She is a summoner / Hydrosophist. Those are her main things. She'll have a lot of different kinds of spells. But if you come over here, here's Dane, who's on his last breath.
You think you're so fancy with your flashy abracadabra, don't you? Who needs you?
Ask him what he did to get himself laid out so badly.
I caught a blow too many from those card-playing fatheads up on the ramparts. I got myself a golden ticket. I didn't even get the chance to use it. Why don't you take it? If they offer you a round of cards, this one guarantees you a win. It's called the Sparkler. Whoever's got it gets the pot. Filched it from that hog Griff himself. Careful, though. If you ain't as skilled a fighter as me, you'll end up on Dr. Lest's table with the rest of the lilies.
Alright, I've never had a chance to play this card, so we're gonna go do that right now. These guys are over here. And we're also going to level everybody up. Because for the most part, we put things in primary stats and that gives you another 5% damage. So you always want to, I've learned the hard way, you really want to level up as soon as you can. Don't waste time with it. Because those advantages are nice. So, for him, he's our barter, so we put it, you only get civil abilities every so many levels, and it really spaces out later on in the game, so he's going to get a 3 in bartering, which will be great. And as far as this, Scoundrel Warfare, he's going to need a point in Geo later. And I'm going to want to get him 2 points in Huntsman, because there's a couple of really nice, there's one really nice movement spell with it. So what am I going to put points in right now? Probably Geomancer. And then as far as what he goes, I always check these guys, remember, to see how many spell slots I got left. He's got 1 left, so for the first few levels of the game, I kind of split between their primary stat and memory, and then later on it just all gets poured into the primary stat. For him, it's those. Red Prince. He's our Persuasion Master, so that's easy. He is almost exclusively Pyro. He has a few things. He gets, again, Warfare, Scoundrel, but for right now, it's just put it in Pyrotechnic. We're not going to pick up that other stuff for a while. I'm going to put pyro right now because it buys you another 5% damage. And same thing with his memory. He's going to get more spells.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she
I'm
can
gonna get
hardly
interrupted.
breathe. As she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in her terrified eyes. She drops her hands from her throat and starts hyperventilating.
Ben! Ben Nest! Ifan! Ben Nest! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all!
She's clearly upset about the whole death fog thing, maybe. Oh no, what's it say? Tell her she need not fear. Nobody's given you a contract for her life.
Keep him away from me! Help! Somebody! Keep him away!
Yeah, well,
Stay back! Keep that
back to the Red Prince. So what I do, again, split between his primary attribute and memory.
Why hasn't Alexander?
This guy's our thief. Bingo. And he's gonna get mostly Warfare, Scoundrel, and Necromancer. A little bit of Polymorph and Huntsman thrown in there. So I need to get him Warfare so I can start grabbing the Warfare abilities like Knockdown and Battle Stomp. So okay, he's got one left. I'm gonna do the same thing. Finesse, Memory. I played through this game. I rarely put points into Constitution or Wits. Wits for him can be good, but here's the thing about a Scoundrel. It only adds plus to critical chance. He's going to be either shooting a bow and arrow or backstabbing. And when he's backstabbing, it's 100% critical chance. So I don't need any more critical chance. I need more damage. And that is why I put points into Finesse and Warfare. Alright, let's roll up these stairs. And go play cards. That'll be the last thing we do for this episode.
What of it?
Yeah, what of it?
Looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First hands on the house. Chuff to you, Chief. Here are your cards. You're up first.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Lay down the sparkler.
Ralvo's eyes linger on the table, where the card lies as innocent as a piece of cardboard can be. His gaze travels up your torso to meet your eyes.
Now, where'd you get a thing like that, mate?
It doesn't matter where you got it. Rules are rules, and the sparkler always wins.
Ralvo counts out the entirety of the table's pot without breaking eye contact.
Go.
Oh, I don't get to fight them? Oh, man.
What are you after, Pipsqueak?
Beg your pardon and say you're just... Ugh. Ask what the dwarf is doing palling around with humans.
Complain to Griff if you don't like it. See how long you keep your ears stuck to your head.
Dang it. So do you get to fight him or not?
What are you doing here? Thought Griff had you making the rounds inside.
Play along and say you got off early.
Lucky you. See you later, Christoph.
He thinks you're Kristoff. That's funny.
Hope you're behaving yourself, Freshie.
Oh, so you don't get to fight him. So every other time I played the game, you fight those guys, but the sparkler just gave you their money. How much money did we get out of that? Interesting. Magister.
You there? I'm looking for an inmate. He wears a large bronze ring with a dragon stamped into it. Name of Migo. Have you seen him?
Apologize and say you haven't.
Useless. It is a very important matter that I locate this Migo. Tell me if you hear mention of him. I told him
We might have enough time here to go do Migo.
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy girl.
That's interesting. I'm sure, you know, you can pick a fight with these guys. Actually, I kind of want to. Because they have an identification class there, too.
That's it. I call court. Pay up.
So I got an idea. Let's have a little fun, shall we? I always save because I'm a paranoid person, but... Oh, she's getting poisoned. This is gonna be great. You guys are gonna just let me have that for a while. That's the last. Alright. It's on, like Donkey Kong. Look at that Magister. Did she wander off far away?
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad.
Pull the trigger. Alright, everybody's burning. You're burning, you're burning, you're burning. This is awesome. Can I kill anybody quickly? Oh, he's gonna try to burn us. Turkey. Fane, what do you got? Can you shoot him? Oh yeah, but you're not doing the... They all have physical armor. Alright, hold on. Ifan. Los, here's where we're gonna get some business. Oh, great. You can kill that dude. Jeez. I thought it would fire this other way, but it didn't. Oh well. Go around and get her then. Fane. I don't know what's going to be smarter for you, buddy. Yes, take a couple shots. We'll try to keep you alive. Oh yeah, she's about to die. Red's got the goods.
I'm ready.
Gonna have to move one. I think I can finish her off. Yay! Hot dog. Fane's gonna shoot this guy. Really wish you'd be able to finish him off right here. Oh, let's do adrenaline. Let's kill him right now.
Worms take you.
Bingo. And now again everybody's on fire, so I just want to heal with my bed. Alright, I got all their stuff from them. Repair hammer, which as it turns out, repairing things in this game. Firestorm grenade. Identification lines. Mutiny in a bottle. So that teaches you Firestorm grenade, but apparently we already knew it. Oh, and there's Slug's axe. Basically is it slightly more damage. Right. So we did get a fight those guys. I just had to pull the trigger myself. And now we have to search for a yarrow claw, which I can't always remember where they're at. There's one right there. Right. Now we'll go find Migo. So on the map, he is over here in this bloody section. And you don't want to go over here without the yarrow flower, because if you do, he's significantly higher level and he will destroy you. This game gives you a courtesy of corpses. Auto save you. Alright, before I engage him, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to save again myself and stop the video here. We're going to start the next episode with this. So anyways, folks, thanks for watching episode 3. As always, if you like the content, subscribe to my channel, and if you leave a question or comment, I will answer. I am a small channel. I do like to interact with people, and I do love the feedback. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.